tonight on the eve of New Year's Eve. It's a phenomenal time right now of year for this company. Hope you all had a Merry Christmas. I know it's going to be a Happy New Year because you are the champions that are here tonight looking for more for your families in the new year. My name is Lisa Oko Brown. I'm a regional vice president with this awesome company. I'm based in Houston, Texas. I am an attorney by profession. I've been practicing law now for 20 long years. Prior to being a lawyer, I was a cost and financial analyst. And prior to that, I was an accountant. Someone told me I have more degrees than a thermometer, but just know that no matter what profession I have been in, the one thing that keeps trailing me is trading time for money. See, if I'm not bringing in clients, I'm not making any money. And I had a life event happen to me several years ago. Anybody had any life events happen to them like in 2020? You know, it happened to me several years ago where I had to take 3 months off from my practice. And in that 3-month period, my income stopped cold. And that was a big wake-up call that I just couldn't keep relying on one source of income. And for the first time in my career, I really started looking at other ways of making money. And when I saw this opportunity, it blew me away because it just made sense. You know, I realized that after watching that presentation, whether I got involved or not, I was going to keep paying my electricity bill, my gas bill, my cell phone bill, my cable bill. I was going to continue to pay these bills. Why? Because I had always paid them, and I was going to do that until I left planet Earth. So why not get paid on these bills that I cannot get rid of every single month? So I have the privilege now of just sharing a little bit more information about that video that you saw, and we're going to give a little bit more detail about this amazing company. Guys, trust me, you want to have pen and paper, and you want to stick around because this is such a very special call tonight, because we're going to have some really special people in a few minutes here, and you're going to meet one of the owners of the company. So you definitely do not want to miss out on that. So I'm going to share my screen here and start this slideshow. The company, you know, you want to do your Dun and Bradstreet on any company that you're evaluating. And this company has an impressive track record, 27 going on 28 years in business, 27 countries. In the last 5 years, $4 billion in revenue, the world's largest direct seller of telecommunications, energy, and other essential services. And see, that's what got me. That's what got me to step outside of the comfort zone of my law practice, because they weren't talking to me about lotions, potions, and pills. Nothing wrong with, you know, product companies, but we have over 30 million people in this country right now unemployed. The last thing they're trying to do is buy more products, but guess what they keep doing every month? They keep paying for these services. So when I looked at this, I was like, wow, we're talking recession-proof income for a change. I'm on board. These are all our accolades at the bottom, A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. One thing that was important to me as an attorney was seeing that we're a member of the Direct Sellers Association. That's like the watchdog of the direct selling companies. And ACN wanted to become a member so that when people like you and I put our names with this company, we know we're dealing with a company that upholds the highest ethical standards in the direct selling industry. But let's look at the services that we provide for residential and business customers. We have wireless services. We're partnered up with companies like AT&T, Sprint, and Verizon. We also have Flash Wireless. If you're not interested in making money, how about we eliminate your cell phone bill? See, I haven't paid a cell phone bill now in 4 years, and no, I'm not bootlegging anyone's service. We have a program here that as a customer, if you refer 5 customers, every month your cell phone service can be free. We do high-speed internet with companies like AT&T and Spectrum and DirecTV. We have cable TV, AT&T, Spectrum, DirecTV, Dish, Frontier. Energy, our provider is Zoom Energy, and we do natural gas and electricity in all of the states that are deregulated. And we even have a free energy program, and you can learn about that if you become involved with us. I haven't paid an energy bill in many years as well. I know you are just like, how do I do that? Stick around. Security and automation, we are partnered with Vivint. Vivint is #1 in North America for security and automation. I love Vivint. I have it at home and at my office, and I love being able to control my home and office from the Vivint app on my my phone, no matter where I am in the world. Payment processing, we are partnered up with a company called Sphere. Now, everywhere you go, companies accept debit and credit card payments, right? Just imagine every time a debit or credit card was swiped at a company that you are a customer of, what would it mean to you to get a percentage of every swipe? See, at my law practice, I was using, I accept credit and debit card payments for my customers. I was using Square. Square was charging me on average 3.5% per transaction. Sphere now charges me 1.99% per transaction. See, when you can show a business owner how to cut costs, they want to have a conversation with you. So I have customers like my dry cleaners, like my son's pediatrician's office, my law practice, a couple of restaurants. And that is such a powerful thing, because whether I'm present or not, people are going into those businesses, swiping debits and credit cards. I'm getting a small percentage. What would that mean for you to now turn the places that you're a customer of into your own customer? And finally, identity theft protection. We are partnered up with ID Seal, offering the most comprehensive identity theft protection in the marketplace. We are monitoring all of your bank accounts, debit cards, credit cards, even your social media account. This is a huge problem in this country right now, especially with this pandemic. The thieves are getting creative. More people are online than ever, and you need to protect yourself and your family's identity. You know, I have an interesting story. I have a cardiothoracic surgeon here in Houston who's a part of my ACN team, and she told us that several months ago, they had a patient who needed his gallbladder removed. And when they called the insurance company to get the approval, the insurance company denied the surgery, saying that this guy had already had his gallbladder removed 4 years ago. So what would that do to you to be in a hospital fighting for your life, calling your insurance company to get approval, but you get denied because someone else had already stole your identity? So that's how serious it is. But I love our business model. People want to know, you know, how can you guys get me a better value? You know, why shouldn't I just go to AT&T and Dish and DirecTV and all of those directly? Why come through you? See, we cut out the middleman. We deal with referral-based marketing, the most powerful form of marketing there is, because people are going to listen to the recommendations of the people they know, love, and trust. And since we're not spending millions of dollars on internet marketing, media advertising, or mass mailing, we can offer our customers the same service at a better value. Now, guys, I was looking at this opportunity just like you are evaluating it. I was excited because I know these companies, billion-dollar, world-class leaders, but I have to tell you, I was super nervous because they're talking to me about billion-dollar companies. They're talking to me about being able to do business in 50 states and 27 countries. I wanted to know how many zeros was associated with this opportunity. See, when I opened my law practice 20 years ago, it cost me $50,000, and I had to take out a small business loan. And I only opened my business in one city in one state. So I was really super nervous. I was just sitting there waiting for the hammer to drop. But when the hammer dropped, it turned out to be a feather, because for a one-time fee of $199, I pay more for Starbucks every month than that. And to run your business in 50 states and 27 countries, your overhead is a whopping $25 a month. I don't even think you could run a lemonade stand for $25 a month. But what are you going to get for that? You're going to get a personal online store. See, experts call us the Amazon of essential service. So you can have like your Amazon type store offering all these services. They are going to host it and update it daily. They are going to do all the product info and ordering. They do all the customer care and billing. They do all the customer tracking. Notice how I keep saying they. What do? You acquire the customer, and ACN does the rest. And that is why so many business owners love ACN, because we don't have to worry about payroll and the internet. We don't have to do any of that stuff. We can just focus on acquiring customers. And what do we get when we acquire customers? Multiple ways that ACN pays us. First of all, we get upfront bonuses. These bonuses on the left are paid out every Saturday. You know, for me and ACN, every Saturday is like Christmas. I know you guys just celebrated Christmas. You got it once a year. We get it every Saturday as far as I'm concerned. 3 services go through your online store. And guess what? They can be your own 3 services in your home. Once you acquire 3 services, you get a $75 bonus. 2 additional services will give you an additional $125 for a total of $200. And then essentially after that, for every 3 services, you're going to get an additional $200, $200, $200. When I joined ACN, in my home alone, I had 10 services. I had 5 cell phones, internet, cable TV, electricity. I had home security, and I forget what the other one is, but 10. And then I had multiple services at my office. So do you see how quickly I made my investment back and was in profit? But it doesn't stop there. When you acquire those services, and notice I'm saying services, not customers, because one customer can have multiple services, they're going to pay that bill every month, just like they pay it. They're going to pay AT&T the bill every month in Dish and DirecTV. They're not paying you, they're not paying ACN, but when
Hey, Lise, you're unmute yourself, please. We had accidental mute. There you go.
Okay. All right. Stop muting me, Noah. You know, these engineers, they just, always want to do stuff. So guys, you're getting these upfront bonuses on the left every time services go through your online store. But the beautiful thing is people are going to pay those bills every month to DirecTV and Dish and AT&T the way they normally would. But you're going to get up to 3 to 20% of the commissionable revenue of those services deposited to your bank account month after month after year after year. See, that's called personal residual income. And guys, I knew nothing about residual income. All I know was go to work, get paid, don't go to work, don't get paid. So it had to be explained to me that residual income was doing something one time and getting paid over and over again. And, Elvis Presley was used as the example. He made a record one time, and even now that he's been gone from this planet longer than some of you have been alive, he is still creating residual income. I mean, dead people are out earning those of us who are living because of the power of residual income. And one thing I love about ACN is that so many people just get their online store and they acquire services through that online store. They get bonuses every week, they get a monthly residual check, and they can call it a day. See, unlike ACN has really set itself apart from so many of the direct selling companies by not requiring that you recruit people in order to make money. See, we're a customer acquisition company. We're not a people acquisition company. But if you decide to share what I consider one of the biggest blessings on the planet, this ACN opportunity with other people, and they like what they see and they want something more out of life, and they want a plan B or a second source of income like me, a second source that for me is helping me to retire 10 years early from my law practice and funding my kids' education. A lot of people are looking for something right now. They're going to get their own online store. But here's the beauty of it, because you're the one that introduced them to the business. Anytime customers go through their online store, you're going to get 4% of those customers' commissionable revenue month after month after year. You don't even know their customers. See, we're talking about leverage, folks, okay? Leveraging other people's time, talents, and efforts. And J. Paul Getty, the first recorded billionaire, he described leverage best. He said, I would rather earn 1% of 100 people's efforts than be paid on 100% of my own efforts. And that's what we have our hands on here in ACN, because if we all do a little, we all don't have to do a lot. And then it just gets gooder and gooder. Yeah, I intentionally am speaking bad English here, because we have overriding customer acquisition bonuses. What does that mean? That means that new business partner of yours, when you help them, see, this is a people helping people business. When you help that new partner just acquire their first 3 services through their online store, not only are they going to get that bonuses that I showed you on the other screen, but you are also going to get a bonus anywhere from $50 to $300, depending on your position in the compensation plan. And speaking of position in the compensation plan, I have a few people that I want you guys to meet, because one thing I love about this company is that we love to celebrate human potential. So the first person that I want you guys to meet is a regional director, and this person is out of the California marketplace. I have just come to admire this guy so much. His drive, his work ethic, he just has a heart of gold and he helps so many people. And not only that, he is number 7 right now on our team, the number 1 team in this company. He's the number 7 regional director, and that is Mr. Royale Patterson. Royale, are you on the call?
Yes, Lisa, thank you so much for giving me a chance to share my story here on the call, and you did such a fantastic job as well. And guys, for nobody special, my name is Royal Patterson, and prior to getting involved with ACN, I was in the IT industry, spent 13 years doing that. Only to find out, guys, that at the end of my 13 years, I had to move back in with my parents. I had $47 in my bank account, a 2-year-old son to take care of. So I needed something to work for me. So when this was introduced to me, you know, I took a chance at it, got started right on the spot, and, you know, started to follow the simple system and the training that you're going to get here tonight. But guys, over the short period of time that I've been with the company, we now get paid on over 2,000 customers. And it's all because of the training and the amazing support that you will get here from ACN. So with that said, Lisa, I want to pass the call back to you, and thank you again for giving me a chance to speak.
Thank you so much, Royale. Royale is knocking on the door of Regional Vice President. Can't wait to celebrate that promotion. And now, guys, you heard we're in 27 countries. Why don't we jump over the pond and go visit one of them? We're going to Australia next, guys. And this lady, I have come to know her and just love her in this opportunity. I love the friendships that we get to form. And she is a phenomenal lady in her own right. And that is none other than Regional Director out of Australia. Good day, mate, Miss Fatima Weaver.
Thank you so much. G'day to everyone over there and wherever you're sitting. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Yes, my name is Fatima Weaver, but I'm originally from New Zealand, so it's a kia ora to you as well, all those New Zealanders on this call. And I am living here in Sydney, Australia at the moment. You know what? The thing is that a lot of migrants, we come to different countries to have a better life for our family, and that's what we did when we came to Australia, looking for those opportunities. But the 9 to 5 wasn't that. You know, I decided I'm going to be an events coordinator. That's my profession. That was absolutely destroyed 2020. But I wasn't going to let that destroy my vision for my family. I had ACN here. And I just put that to work. Being able to go into 2 other countries, sitting here in Sydney, Australia, and we've got 1,000 in our organisation holding a position of regional director. But how did we do that? We did it with the training that you are going to witness straight after this information that Lisa is delivering to you right now. So stay on this call, because this is where I got to, where I got to right now, like all of us here. Fantastic. I'm going to shoot it straight back to you, Lisa, because I am so pumped up to change 2021. Happy New Year to you all.
Thank you so much, Fatima. Thank you for being on the call. And guys, now I get to bring up another regional director out of the New York, New Jersey marketplace. You know, we call this guy Mr. Excitement, and you're about to find out why. He has been on the top of the charts month after month, just phenomenal work ethic, heart of gold, and I'm telling you, he motivates so many people by his words, and it's my pleasure to bring to the call Regional Director, Mr. Michael Eric. Michael, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. Lisa, what a great presentation. Thank you for allowing me to speak on a national platform. I'm fired up to be here. My name is Mike Eric. I'm nobody special. I'm a real estate agent in New York and Florida, and what I realized, every time I sold a home, I never got paid again. So I started looking for other ways of making money. I partnered up with the company, and today I acquired total almost 2,850 customers that are paying their bill each month, that acquired almost 435 business partners, that expanded to almost 42 different states. And it's all due to the training, support, ACN, and the Rockstar system that we have right here. And pay attention, because what you're going to learn tonight changed my life, changed everything in front of me. So I want to give it back to you guys. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thank you so much, Michael. Get ready for his RVP promotion in 2021. That's assured. Thank you again. And now, last but not least, this lady, oh my God, it would take me an hour to really speak to her accolades. She's just a phenomenal person. And when you hear the word servant leader, her picture shows up below that word. She just helps everyone all the time. Doesn't matter if you're financially connected to her. She is beautiful inside and out. And I'm sure you have all heard that song, This Girl Is on Fire. Well, let me tell you something. I don't know who that girl is, but she is even more hot than the girl who's on fire. And that is none other. She is a regional vice president platinum with her husband, but she did not just rest on his accolades. She went out and did it herself and became a regional vice president in her own right, because she said what's hers is hers and what's his is hers. And I love that about her. And none other than the beautiful, the amazing, out of the Rhode Island marketplace, regional vice president and regional vice president platinum Circle of Champions member, Miss Melissa Street. Melissa, are you there?
I am. Thank you so much for the introduction. I love you, Lisa. You were just a ball of fun. And I had to go after Mr. Excitement himself. I mean, now I got to live up to the expectation right now. But you guys, first off, Happy New Year. I'm just so excited and blessed to be on this call with each and every single one of you. But we have an opportunity to close out 2020 stronger than ever and excel ourselves into 2021. So pay close attention to the training here today. But I was actually introduced to this business about 8 years ago. I was 22 years old. Never owned a business before in my life, wasn't in the real estate industry, didn't have an engineer background, wasn't an attorney. I didn't have anything crazy special going on in my life. I was an insurance sales agent for a big company out in Los Angeles, California, but I had a hunger and desire. And so when I saw this information, I loved how flexible this business could be. I loved the fact that I can build this business part-time, spare time in the midst of my crazy work schedule. But most importantly, the fact that there was support, the fact that there was people willing to help me and take me through step by step. And so because of that support today, between myself and my team, we have a little over 8,400 customers that many people in my team get to earn a percentage off of. And it's just an awesome opportunity. So you guys pay close attention. We've got a phenomenal guest speaker here today. And so just grab your notebooks out, you guys. And thanks so much for having me on the call. I'll turn it back to you, Lisa.
Thank you so much for being on the call, Melissa. Guys, if you ever get a chance to work with this lady, do not take her time for granted. And you know me, guys, I told you I'm a full-time lawyer. I'm still a full-time lawyer. I work this business part-time, spare time, and I've been able to hit the position of regional vice president because of all the training and support that you just heard everyone speaking about. And my team, we've managed to acquire almost 4,000 customers that when these customers pay a bill every month, I am getting a percentage, and that is what is driving me to early retirement. And I am so excited to say I am going to be retired early. So guys, that's the part of the presentation, and we're going to roll right into the phenomenal training that you heard everyone talk about. And as I said in the presentation, we are a customer acquisition company, and the next trainer is going to talk to you and show you about acquiring customers. This guy, I call him my brother from another mother. He is here out of the Houston marketplace. We have bonded so close being in this business together and getting an opportunity to work together. He is a man of God. He is a man of faith. And, he is a man of few words. But when he speaks, he's like E.F. Hutton. When he talks, people listen, and they should want to listen. So guys, help me bring to the platform now my brother, Mr. Regional Vice President, Jonathan J.T. Thomas. Jonathan, are you there?
I'm here, Lisa. Wow. Can we all I'm like Jack. Lisa, what's your business ID number? Let me sign up. I'm just kidding. But guys, I'm super excited. First of all, Miss Lisa did an amazing job on the presentation, getting us kicked off for the call. And so everybody, let's give Miss Lisa Oka Brown a round of applause, virtual round of applause. Didn't she do amazing? So guys, I'm really excited because of tonight. We have a special guest speaker, and I am really excited also because I get the chance to bring him up. But before I do want to go through a quick training really quickly on how to get your business started. See, Miss Lisa said some incredible things about me, but my background is very simple. I'm a regional vice president now in ACN, but before ACN, I did insurance, auto, home, commercial, was fortunate to do well, but the problem was I worked 80 hours a week, guys. I didn't have a lot of time, so I got involved with ACN because number one, it just made sense, right? We all got to pay bills. We all agree on that. Okay, so I just got started, guys. I saw it, 5 minutes. I said, you can stop talking. I'm in. I get it. I got started, guys. In 1 year, I was able to walk away from the insurance industry, and now I do ACN full time, guys. So I'm really, really excited for every single one of you guys, because now I feel like, man, after Lisa brought me up, I feel like it's like Houston again. You know, we did trainings together in Houston, not virtual, right? Together. So I'm excited. So let's jump into the training, guys, because I love customers. Let's talk about customers. Me coming from insurance background, I love customers. So getting into customers, how do you get started? How do you get into the customer? So guys, customer acquisition. The first thing you want to do is be customer qualified. Now, I'm going to make sure we all, let me stop my screen real quick. I want to see, we can't do the chat tonight, but I want to see people who have their cameras on say customer qualified. Let me see that. Customer qualified. Okay, I need everybody to hold on to that, because you want to get customer qualified today, not tomorrow, today, okay? And I'm going to show you how to do that. So let me get back to my slides. So customer qualified, what does it do? It puts you in position to make money, number one, in the marketing plan. And number two, you don't miss any bonuses by being customer qualified. Now, being customer qualified, how do you do that? You're probably asking. Well, simple. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 services that equal 7 points. Or, write this down, 2 services that equal 12 points. That will get you customer qualified. It gets you a check. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the only time-sensitive thing that you have in this business. You got to get this done as soon as possible, ASAP. Get your first check out of the way right away. And I'm going to show you how you can do a little bit more. But let's talk about customer sources. Ladies and gentlemen, there's 4 customer sources. Number one are the people who say no to doing the business. Now, I want to repeat that. The people that say no to doing the business. Now, you show them and give them an opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, but the people who say no, it's okay. Let them become a customer and thank them again for taking a look at it. The second people are people you do business with. Someone that does your insurance, like me, a guy like me, okay? Someone who's your attorney, like Miss Lisa Oka Brown. Now you definitely want to talk to the attorney, okay? So talk to these people that you do business with, guys. And I promise you, since you do business with them, they will love to do business with you. Now, the third is friends and family. Now, let me just share with you the wrong way really quickly and the right way. The wrong way to approach friends and family is, hey, grandma, let me see your bill. I'm going to save you some money. Now, how many of us on this call who have been in the business for a little bit did the wrong way? Right? Some of us did the wrong way. I did the wrong way. You know what my grandma said? She said, oh, sweetie, I understand, but I love Reliant. I love them. I said, Grandma, you don't love me? She said, good point. But anyway, let me tell you the right way. When I did do it the right way for my grandma, I said, Grandma, I need a huge personal favor from you. The reason why I started a business on the side was because I worked too many hours. My mother's sick. I need your help. Can you please try my service? It would mean the world to me. Does anybody understand that approach is honest? And not only is it honest, it's exactly the truth. And people, you are not a salesperson. Does that make sense? So guys, you want to write that down tonight. Favor, why, help, try. Please use that approach when you talk to friends and family. The fourth one, of course, is yourself. You want to be your own customer. And somebody say why. I want to see some lips moving. I like to interact. Even though we're on Zoom, I like to interact, okay? We got to have a little fun. Yourself, why? Why? Okay, because it trains you. It trains you in becoming your own customer. The last thing you want to do is have someone want to be your customer, and then you go and tell them, well, I don't know how to set up the service. Let me call my upline, right? No, you got to know how to do the service, ladies and gentlemen. You got to know, it builds your belief because you believe in the service, and now you know how to do it and how to set up customers on your website. And then number 3, you get paid on your own bill. Now that should be a no-brainer. Because see, every single one of us, if we got to pay a bill for the rest of our life, why wouldn't we want to get paid on it? So ladies and gentlemen, get paid on your own bill. Get paid on your own bill. Tell your neighbor, shoot a text message to your neighbor and say, get paid on your own bill. Okay, shoot a text message. Say, get paid on your own bill, please. So get paid on your own bill. Plus there's tax advantages. I'm not an accountant, but if you talk to an accountant, they'll let you know about those tax advantages, okay? So you want to think big business and take a screenshot of this. We won't go over it too long, but I do want to highlight something. I want you to highlight that 5 services, 10 points. Just highlight it. Write it down. 5 services, 10 points. We're going to come back to that, but take a picture of this. That's $200. We'll come back to that. Okay, so listen, call to action, become customer qualified. You want to host your first Zoom. It's your grand opening. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. And then, of course, you want to earn your first check. Now, take a picture of this. I'm not going to go into it further because this is just a snapshot of, remember, we talked about points. Because we always say, well, we talk about points all the time, but what are the points? What does that matter? Well, here are the points, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I recommend if you talk to your mentor, let them know you want to be on the fast track to get customer qualified right away. Personally, I love ID theft. Guys, annual and quarterly, there are more points. And again, you get discounts, okay? Electricity, let me tell you about electricity real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, you sign up your own electricity, guess what? You can get $100 this month. That is going away this month. Okay, so if you get started today and you're trying to get customer qualified, knock out your electricity. If you're in the energy market, knock out your electricity. Ladies and gentlemen, that's $100 back to you. If you have gas in your area, trust me, sign up your gas, that's $150 as well. So guys, again, that is going away by the end of this month, okay? Home security, right now they have a special, $150. So get that $150 back into your pocket and get that service. Write it off on your taxes. You can talk to your accountant about that. And again, take pictures of this, guys. I'm not going to go into it, but take a picture of all the points, okay? So moving on. This is a scenario, the different scenarios of how you can become customer qualified. So again, take a picture of this. This is a simple snapshot. Guys, ask your mentor right after this call, how can I get customer qualified right away, okay? So again, why do you want to be customer qualified? Well, yes, it's because you want to have a story, but I believe you are big thinkers on here. It's 2020, it's about to be over. Big thinkers are going into 2021. So you want to be executive team leader because this month, and it's going away very, very soon, but this month we have a bonus on the table where you can get up to $500 just for becoming executive team leader. So when you talk to your mentor, say, oh, I want to be customer qualified, but how do I get to executive team leader? Because an executive team leader, guys, it qualifies you not only for the $500 bonus, but it also qualifies you for the Friday night leadership that we do on Friday. And we're going to have a very special Friday night leadership this week. It's January the 1st, right? Hallelujah, New Year. That should get everybody jacked up. Hallelujah, New Year, new goals, new vision. We're going to talk about goals and vision on the next Friday night leadership. So you do not want to miss that, guys. That will be this Friday, okay? So again, just wrapping this up, you want to create your story today because the last thing you want to do is when you host a grand opening meeting, and your friends and family jump on and they're excited because they heard from somebody like Elisa Oka Brown. They heard from somebody like Melissa Street, right? They heard from Mr. Excitement himself, Michael Eric, right? And they want to get started. And then they ask you, well, what do we do next? Did you make money yet? And imagine you can tell them, hey, I got customer qualified. I made $75 in 30 minutes. Or what about this one? Remember I told you, hold on to this. How about I got 5 services, 10 points. I made $200 in 1 hour. How about that one? And you can tell them, hey, it's real, it works. Guys, your story is important. Go ETL, get CQ knocked out, guys. I'm very, very excited because I'm going to get myself out of the way. Sorry if that was a little rushed, but just remember CQ. If you don't remember anything else, customer qualified today, okay? But the person I'm going to bring up is our guest speaker for tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, this is like a surreal moment for me because I've never been able to bring up someone who has changed so many lives in a lifetime. Ladies and gentlemen, I would not be here for this gentleman. He created this opportunity. He created this opportunity even during the pandemic that we were able to take advantage of, and you on this call are able to take advantage of. He is a co-founder of our opportunity. He has the vision that has helped so many people around the world. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm just blessed to even bring up a man, number one, who has faith, who has vision and inspiration. And I'm so excited that we have him on the call tonight. Let me see your journals because everything he's going to say, who got their journals out? I got mine out. I got mine. I'm ready. Let me see. I like to see everybody's journals. There we go. Okay, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. All right. All right. So guys, Rockstar Nation, this is our president and co-founder. And he is the brains, he is the heartbeat of ACN. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited for tonight because you're going to hear about the vision of 2021. And ladies and gentlemen, let's bring him up. Our co-founder, our president, Mr. Greg Provenzano. Mr. Provenzano, are you on the line?
JT Thomas, I am on, man. How are you?
Oh, I'm excited.
Well, hello, everyone. Good evening. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. It is so good to see so many wonderful faces. You guys are all smiling. You got a lot of energy going on. I love to be on a call such as this. It's an honor for me to be on this call here tonight to wrap up 2020 and to go into 2021, which I believe is going to be the most spectacular year in our company's history because of all the things that we have planned going into this year and through the brand new year. And so needless to say, I am excited beyond belief. I'm excited to be on this call here tonight. Number one, the reason why I'm excited is because I know what this organization represents. I know that every single one of you are very, very excited about being a part of this organization, being led by the Mazer team. And every single one of you, I know those of you that have been around a while, you know how much you appreciate their leadership. These are gentlemen that the only way that I can describe Mike and Pat Mazer is, actually, it's not just the only way because I have a number of things that I can talk to you about them but the thing that resonates with me is these are two guys that continually lead from the front. How many of you would agree with me with making that statement? These are two leaders that will never ask you to do something that they are not already doing themselves. And in my opinion, you can't ask any more of a leadership team. And so the amount of respect that I have for the both of them is unmatched. And I already know the quality of people that are going to be on this line here tonight because quality begets quality. And I know every single one of you that are on this line here this evening, if I were to ask you the question, how many of you want more in 2021 than you received in 2020? I know that I would get a bunch of hands raised because I already know the mindset and the mentality of the people that are on the line here this evening. So that's what I'm going to be talking about tonight. I'm going to be talking about 2020 a little bit, not much. I'm not going to belabor 2020, but I have a New Year's message that I'm going to be putting out on January 1st. That it's just going to be a very short message, but I just want to get people on point for what is about to take place in 2021. See, 2020 for me, because of all the things that have taken place, for all of us, actually, we had to deal with things in 2020 that we never anticipated having to deal with. How many of you would agree with me with that? I mean, some of you on this line, you're dealing with your children's schooling, and it's been tough this year. It's been a juggle. Some of you are homeschooling. You never thought you'd be put in that position, but I now know based upon your experience with your children, that if there ever comes a time where your teachers are asking for a raise, you're going to be at the front of the line saying, man, these people need to make triple the amount of money because you know what you've experienced this year and trying to get your kids focused, trying to get your kids educated. You've had to pick that ball up. And so there's been a lot of things that we've all had to deal with that we did not anticipate having to deal with. Same thing with ACN. All year long, I felt like we were strategizing and we were game planning, trying to get ahead of this curve of what we were dealing with. And the only way that I can describe it, this for 2020 for me was like a professional football team being in the huddle. And they got a game plan, and halftime came, and they regrouped, they gathered up, they gathered all their energy, they mustered up everything that was in them to go back out for the second half and kick some tail. That's what I believe happened for us in 2020. And now the second half, or a new game, is going to take place starting January the 1st. But here's the thing. This is going to be my January 1st message that every single one of you are going to get in advance. And I just got it in my head. I've been preparing it for you. Here it is. Just because the calendar is switching from 2020 to 2021, just because it's changed does not mean that your circumstances change automatically. That's not how it works. See, I talk to a lot of people, and the thing that comes out of their mouth right now, because they've been dealing with so much stuff, is this: I can't wait for 2020 to be done. I can't wait for 2021 to start. And I'm thinking to myself, what do you think is going to be different? January 1 is going to be no different than December 31st. I mean, it's just a day on the calendar. What do you think is going to be different? Because January, nothing's going to be different. Nothing's going to change unless you change. Nothing grows unless you grow. So that's what I want to talk to you about tonight. Don't get a false sense of security because this year of 2020, which was hellish for most people, don't get a false sense of security that things are going to change in 48 hours when the new year of 2021 starts. It doesn't work that way. Your life is not the annual calendar that we go by. Your life is determined by the decisions that you make and the choices that you make and the things that you follow through with. Let me tell you what I've been doing for all of December. I have been game planning for my life personally for what I want to do better and what I want to do differently going into a new year. I'm not waiting for the opening bell of 2020. I started 2021 weeks ago. In fact, I started 2021 months ago in my mind because I knew what we were going through. I knew what every single one of you were going through. Some of you had to adjust, and you had to be malleable. You had to adapt. You had to adopt new mindsets. You had to adopt new strategies. We're doing business a totally different way than we ever dreamt about doing. I wasn't talking like this in December of 2019. I didn't know what was coming in January and February of 2020. I didn't have that foresight. But look at all the things that we accomplished in 2020 in spite of the odds. Do you know what that proves to you? Listen. This is really important, everybody. The 2020 proved to you that you are capable of doing so much more than you ever thought that you were capable of doing, because before you had to deal with the things that you were dealing with, you already thought that you were maxed out. Now let that sit in for a little bit. You already thought you were maxed out before you started the 2020 juggle. Yes? And look at how much more you accomplished. Isn't that something? Now, if you can adopt that same energy and move it into 2021, where 2021 is not a time to figure out, 2020 is a time for execution. 2021 is a time where it's game on. 2021 is a time to put the pedal to the metal. 2021 is not a time of reflection. 2021 is a time of attack. And I'm telling you, 2021 is a time to be as bold as you can be, to be as brave as you can be, to be non-negotiable as you can be. One of my messages that I'm going to tell you in 2021, in January 1, you're going to see it played in January the 1st. As I said, after what I read in December, no longer can any of you accept that people don't have money to get involved in our opportunity. Here's why. You want to know why? Here's the reason why. Here's what I read. Sony, in one day, sold 2.5 million PS5 units in one day for $399, twice the price of getting involved in ACN. And you're going to buy into somebody saying they don't have $199. Oh, they got one. Believe me, they got $199 because they got $399 for a PS5. 2.5 million units in one day. You know why they found $399? Because their children were a priority for Christmas. And what we have to do is shake people up politely, get them out of their comfort zone, and say, look, this is so much more than a PS5, folks. This is so much more than making your child happy for one day. I don't care what we have to do. But here's what I do know. When you come across to people the way that I'm coming across to you, where you are totally sold out and you're non-negotiable and you know what you know and you know what you have to offer and you can change people's lives, do you have any idea what 2021 could be like for you? But January 1 is going to be no different than December 31st, folks. If you go into a brand new year with a similar thinking or mindset than maybe some of you adopted in 2020. I don't know what that is for you, but here's what I do know. For ACN in 2021, it's game on. It's game on. It's not in the huddle. It's not halftime. It's not strategizing. It's attack. It's providing opportunity for people that need to hear about ACN more so now than ever. Wouldn't you agree with that? I mean, every single day. Sometimes I wake up in the day and I get these news feeds coming in and I'm thinking to myself, how much crazier can this world get? And we provide a sense of calm. We provide a sense of normalcy. Yes. We provide a sense of peace. Like when I'm around ACN people, I get a sense of peace. When I'm outside of the ACN circle, I mean, my goodness, I can't even describe what goes on in my head, the stuff that comes in that I read and that I listen to. I don't understand how people think. I don't understand how most people operate, but I do know how we operate. I do know what makes us make the decisions that we make. That's why I can't wait. I can't wait to see what's going to happen for a brand new year. But I know, here's what I know. I know that January 1 for me is not going to be any different than December 31st. I've already established my mindset for the new year. Have you? Is 2021 going to be that year for you? Are you going to get out of the huddle of 2020 and get in the game for 2021? Is that what we're going to do? That's what I wanted to get in your head right now, ahead of what's going to happen in about maybe a little bit more than 24 hours, maybe 29 hours from now. We're going to be, hopefully we'll be up and, bringing in the new year like we normally do, Lord willing. But I'm telling you guys, the thing that the Lord put in my spirit is this, and this is my message for you. It's going to be my message for the company on January 1st. I don't want a misconception of a new year in your mind, thinking that the new year is going to change your life. It's not going to. 2021 is not going to do one thing for you. The only thing that's going to change for 2021 is when you change. Is when you make a decision that you're not going to put up with whatever you've been putting up with up to this point. Have you gotten to that point yet? Can you draw the line and say, you know what? I'm out of the huddle. I don't even need to go. I don't need more instructions. I don't need more trainings. Some of you, look, you know so much about ACN, you could be given the trainings. You know what to do. You know how to talk to people. You know how to acquire customers. You know how to become an ETL in 30 days. You know. It's all a matter of execution. And that's where every single one of us need to be starting tonight, not January 1, starting tonight. You guys got a leadership session going on tomorrow night. That's what I heard. You got a leadership session for January 1st, right? Who are you going to have on that leadership session tomorrow? Is it going to be the same old group of faces? Who are you going to invite? Who are you going to have on there? Who are you going to push to become an executive team leader in their first 30 days? What stories are you going to have? Where are you going to be? Excuse me. I am of the mindset right now that I don't know if I've ever been as intense in my mind, as sharp in my mind about where we are heading as a company. Never. And when I couple that with the marketplace of people that need to hear about ACN today, where millions upon millions of people have been displaced, sometimes it's overwhelming for me to listen to the stories of people that are hurting and what we're able to do in their lives. How many of you ever heard this saying that we have been prepared for such a time as this? Have you heard that? That's ACN. We have been prepared for such a time as this. And so have you. And I just want to challenge you to pick up the ball and run. Don't look back, tuck it in tight, stiff arm a bunch of people that are negative, get them out of the way, and go score some points. That's where we're at. And so, Noah, I'm going to give this call to you, buddy. I know that you're on the line, and congratulations on your promotion. We are grateful for you. We're grateful for your leadership. We're grateful for the leadership that's on this line here tonight. 2021 is going to be a big year, everyone. And I just wanted to be a big year for you. Noah, I'm going to give the call back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Provenzano. Let's give him a round of applause, everybody. Oh my gosh. I mean, people don't want to hear me right now. They want to go get to work, right? You got us ready to run through walls. So thank you so much for taking the time out and really just giving us that vision. And, you know, I pray that 28 years in the business, I have as much passion as you do, right? So that right there is exciting. One thing you said about 28 years later, and you know, never been more convinced than you are right now about where we're heading. That's huge for us. So thank you again, guys. Once again, let's give another round of applause to our co-founder, Mr. Greg Provenzano. Thank you so much, guys. Oh my gosh. I'm blessed. I'm fired up. Just honored to be here, guys. My name is Noah Brand. As you heard, Mr. Provenzano. I'm a regional vice president in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania marketplace. And I'm going to finish up the training here for us tonight to teach us how we can take advantage of the next 28, 29 hours, you know, while we're getting that vision board together and we're preparing for 2021 and beyond. But these next 28, 29 hours can be vital to that story that JT was talking about and Lisa was mentioning, vital to the success, not just of you yourself, but everyone you can put in front of this business in the next 28, 29 hours. So let me share my screen. I'm going to teach you how to go out and build a team here today, guys. And I'm so fired up. You now know how to get customer qualified. You saw obviously what the business is all about through Lisa and their amazing trainings, but then you got the vision of the company. So now what do you do to put it in action? So to build the team, we're going to teach you exactly how to go out and make this next 28 hours really, really benefit for you and your family and other people's families. But I want you to understand why you're doing it. So you see on the screen here, ACN did this amazing training, or sorry, a bonus for us for December, but guess what's tomorrow, the last day of December. So that's why we're talking about the next 28 hours. We want to get as many people in the system as new independent business owners in your organization and in your team's organizations. Why? Because if they go out and they get executive team leader, they get promoted to an executive team leader, they're going to, number one, they have to get customer qualified to do that. So that's a $75 bonus. On top of that, ACN's thrown another $425 bonus as long as they complete that in their first 30 days. So they can join tomorrow. They'll have to the end of January to get it done, their 30th day. And it's important because that's all part of the story. I mean, I remember back to my first, check and people asking me my 60 days, 90 days, 120 days in the business. Hey, are you making any money with that thing? I literally laminated checks and would hand them to them and just let them see that it was real. So we want as many people that you've been in front of to get back in front of this in the next 24 to 28 hours, I should say. So who are those people? They are maybe everyone that you put in front of it all month or last couple months or all year. If you're keeping track of your list, you now know, okay, I can go back to these individuals because why? Christmas is over, right? We're now all focusing on the new year. Guess when you really start to focus? I know we're forward thinkers here, but I know a lot of people wait to that ball drops on New Year's Eve to even start thinking about their goals for the following year. So you bring this to them right now. They're looking at their credit card bills. They're seeing that PS5, 2.5 million PS5s that they paid for at Christmas. So they're going to want other ways to make money, but you got to put them in front of it. So that's going to be the key here. And this is what I want to show you, how simple this is to not just go and get that $500 bonus, but go above and beyond. We're never going to let our minimums be our maximums, right? So in ACN, we're going to go out, do this very simple test. This is you. These are just a handful of some of our services that JT covered. You can go out and get 5 services. That equates to 10. If it equates to 10 points, congratulations. That's a $200 bonus. All right. Then we're teaching you right now, by the time I'm done speaking, you're going to understand exactly how to go out and put people on a Zoom meeting in the next 24, 28 hours. Now, we're going to help them, get them onto a training just like this. They're going to learn how to get their own 5 services. But because you introduce that new business partner, there's bonus money in that. Also, That right there is 300 bucks, but then you throw in the additional that ACN's doing, it's a total of $725. Now, let's think back to what JT was talking about. What if you go and get more personal customers from all those no's that you may come across because you're going to put a lot of people in front of this business? That's just another $200 bonus, another $200 bonus. It all adds up to a great story that you will tell your entire ACN career. So if you're as jacked up as I was about Mr. Provenzano's message, you know you're going to be around here a long time. And if you're brand new and you just got started in this business in December, or you're looking at it and you're thinking about getting started, I don't see how you can after the message we just got, but you want to make that story matter. You want to make sure that you hit these bonuses. So you have to have a Zoom meeting scheduled in the next 28 hours. You know, line them up. And here's what you want to do. You want to pick a time that works for you, okay? Don't pull the audience. Don't reach out to people and find out when they're available. You call them up excited. I'm going to give you the language to use to invite people on the next slide, but you call them up excited. Hey, you know, just it's Christmas time. Talk about how amazing your Christmas was. I can't wait to see how the New Year's coming, but I got to introduce you to some individuals, right? And when you do that, you want to have a meeting scheduled, because what you'll find out is if you don't have a meeting scheduled, you're going to talk about the business. When they start asking you questions, you're going to start answering questions about the business. But if you have a meeting on the books, if you say, you know what, put me down for 6 p.m. tomorrow, I'll make it happen. Put me down for 5 p.m. tomorrow, I'll make it happen. Put me down for noon tomorrow, I'll just make it happen. And I'm going to call as many people after I learn this here in the next slide tonight and into tomorrow to put them onto this call, because you want them to have the ability to take advantage of that December bonus. Now, make 100 lists and list of 100 names and numbers. That list is in your cell phone. Your phone did not come pre-programmed with those names and numbers. So very simple, just dump it all out onto a list. And I want you to reach out to these key people first. Business owners, anyone that owns a business. You heard what it cost Lisa Oko Brown, very successful law practice, to get that started. So when we look at $199 as a business owner, we know what it costs to get in business. And it's crazy to see that we can get paid on bills that we've paid our entire lives. Business owners have bills at their businesses. They have bills at their house. They may own rental properties. So business owners are tremendous. You want to reach out to them first. Who cuts your hair, right? Who's the favorite restaurant? I mean, guys, restaurant owners are hurting right now, no matter what state you're in, no matter what country you're in. You know, a lot of them are limited in their capacity. So they're losing revenue. So if you come to them asking if they look for other ways of making money, you're going to see a resounding yes. Now, network marketing experience, anyone you know that's ever invited you to maybe a hotel meeting, sold a product, they're great for this. I was in the industry prior to seeing ACM, and I once again had something to compare it to. And when I realized that, okay, I was in the minor leagues, ACN's the major leagues. It has everything that I was looking for. A system, the #1 team here. We're blessed to be a part of the Rockstar team, guys. We're the #1 team in ACN. We train every single night of the week. So you'll never say that you don't have enough training. So I love that. So reach out to us network marketers, because we're, you know, when the times got tough back in March and April and May, people were maybe making decisions on whether they wanted to pay their electric bill or pay for their high price makeup. And we know which one they paid, right? So network marketers are great. Anyone in real estate. Guys, 65% of my entire organization are real estate professionals. 2/3 of my team. My wife and I are real estate professionals. The tenants are going to sign up for these services anyway. Why don't we get paid on it? You know, people selling houses, they can now get a residual income off of a relationship that maybe was built for 6 months, 9 months while they're helping this family find a house. So now they can give them that full concierge of services and give it all one-stop shop through a simple online store. And then everybody else, you don't want to prejudge, but just giving you a heads up, those first 3 tend to see this and move a lot faster. Then you want to invite. 50% will not show. Unfortunately, that's the number, but fortunately, we tell you about it now. So now that you know, if you want 10 people on that call tomorrow, you got to have 20 say yes. Absolutely, I will be on the call, because something will happen. You know, there's flat tires, had to go pick the kid up. You know, but the great thing about it now with the Zoom Life is we're sending them a link. They can be in their car and they can turn the link on. Even if they're a little distracted, they can put their, you know, video off. Obviously, we want the video on as much as possible, but they can still listen in times that they couldn't do in the way we used to build. Okay, so you want to get the most people that put on Zoom presentations, the fastest wins. And then here's the script, guys. Take a picture of this. I'm just going to read through it one time. because I know I want to get to the events part here at the very end, but you want to make sure that you're excited, period. You can call or text this. I recommend calling. There's nothing better than a phone call. You felt the passion in Lisa Oko Brown's voice. You felt the passion in JT's voice and Greg's voice. And then I pray you hear the passion in my voice. I don't care if you send me a text messages in all caps and you put 5,000 exclamation points after it. I don't feel it. I don't feel it. I can't get excited about that, right? So you can do either way, but I recommend a call. Take time, learn this script. I'll run through it briefly for you. Hey, Bob, hope all is well. Quick question. Do you look at other ways of making money? Most people are going to say yes, or what are you talking about? And just move forward. There's a very successful business owner that's doing a Zoom presentation tomorrow at 7 p.m. So whatever day and time you pick for 20 minutes to show me and a group of people how to make additional money from home. I'm only allowed 20 guests, Bob, and I thought of you. Would you like me to send you the link? And most of the time, you'll get a yes, but majority is questions, right? So when people ask you questions, you just got to be new. There's such a power in being new in this business. So what I mean by being new, you can kind of deflect the question to the expert. We want them to be the ones that, whoever's doing the presentation on your call, we want us to be able to answer the questions for your guests. You're brand new, right? So if they have questions, just say, hey, great, look, I don't have all the details. They'll explain everything in detail on the call. Would you like me to include you on the call? Pardon me. So that right there is nice. You get them off the call, get a hard yes and move forward. Once they say yes, you send them a link and then you tell them that somebody from their office will call to confirm. Please dial into the Zoom call 5 minutes before, have your camera on, introduce yourself, and I'll see you on the call. Be excited, but be brief. When you have an urgency about your posture and a confidence in your voice, people are going to be drawn to that. People are always kind of attracted to people that are in a hurry. So if you start the call with, hey, Bob, hope all's well, quick question. You didn't start the call with, hey, how are you? How's everything going? Not that we don't care. We obviously care, but that's a separate call, right? This call is about, we want to get as many calls through as we can. If you can spend 1 minute with 100 people or 100 minutes with one person, what do you think is going to be more efficient for your ACM business and your launch of your team? The quick calls, right? So be excited. 15 minutes before we'll tell you this here. So 15 minutes before you actually send a text message off, just a reminder text to everyone in your group, but have a professional background, have your camera on the night of your Zoom. So your guests are watching you. So if you're uninterested, they're going to become uninterested. But if they see you there, you're taking notes. If the speaker says, hey, raise your hand if you've ever done this, raise your hand, drive the meeting through your energy. Okay, because they don't really know us. You spoke highly of an expert. They're getting to know us, but they know you. So you want to make sure that you're letting them know that you're excited about this, with the way your setup is, with your attention you're paying. Obviously have lights on, good lighting. Make sure your videos and microphones all been tested. Pay attention to the speaker. We talked about that. And then you want to introduce the speaker. That's all your job is, to send that text message out 15 minutes before, and then make sure people that are coming on to the call, help them get on to the call. And then we'll give you exactly what to say. Don't worry about that. Whoever you're working with will tell you what to say to introduce the speaker and just prepare you for massive success. Now, we want to schedule a Zoom meeting and we want to do it within the next 28 hours. So reach out to whoever you're working with. If you have not scheduled a Zoom meeting for between now and midnight tomorrow, we can all do another one. We can all, you can fill up a Zoom meeting with follow-ups. You can literally pull, if you've already done a couple meetings, guess what? I'm guessing every single person that you called didn't show up on that call, right? That said they were going to be there. They didn't show up, right? Not everyone, right? So you have a list of people that did say, I do look at other ways of making money, did commit to a meeting at one point, probably this week, last week, whenever it was. So you want to follow up with them and get them onto a call tomorrow. If you have a spouse, tomorrow, you want to sign them in the business. If you have a partner, you have children that are of age. Here's why, guys. All these stories are amazing, but man, to have your family making money together, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. And ACN gives you the ability to do that. So what I want to do here, just to kind of wrap up, touch on a couple things, mindset and events that we have coming up. I mean, man, you got your mind rocked tonight already by our co-founder. So I don't need to dive too deep into that because, you know, we're all ready to go. We all have the vision thanks to his amazing training. So, excuse me, in ACN, sorting is fun, convincing is training. And not just in ACN, pretty much in anything in life, convincing is training, right? So in ACN, you want to move through people faster. So if you're making that one phone call that's 100 minutes long, you're probably trying to convince someone to get onto your call, right? But if you're making that 1 minute phone call to 100 different people, you don't even have time to convince. You know, your voice, your tone, your enthusiasm is convincing enough. So you want to sort through people the fastest and, you know, keep them on your list. If they say no, that's okay. I mean, can we agree? This year changed a lot of people's situations. So I have people that, you know, joined or didn't join back when I first got started that got back in this year since the pandemic started, or, you know, took another look at it and got started. So there's nothing like what we have right now. We have a lot of people that are out looking for a online home-based business, and we have the best one that's going. Yes, that's a biased opinion, but guys, we get, you know, once you get to certain levels in this company, you're going to be prepared for it. You're going to get recruited by other companies. So, pardon me. So I always take the meetings. I listen because every single time I listen to what another network marketing company is doing, it just solidifies what we have here at ACN. I get off that call so excited that I saw what other companies are doing and so grateful, just full of gratitude on what we have. So be a professional when they tell you no, guys, because you're going to get some no's. That's okay. Whenever everyone to say the word no, right now, can you say no? Stings a little, right? That's right. That soon shall pass. You know, the how you're going to go fast in this business is the quickest recovery from a no. No's at the beginning used to sting me for a couple of days, you know, maybe even a week. I you know, mumbling to myself, I can't believe that person didn't join, you know, or didn't see it, you know. But then once you get longer into this business, you realize that, man, the no's are getting me closer to yeses, and no is just not right now. Okay, a no is definitely not a no forever. We have story after story. If we had more time tonight, we'd tell you a couple stories, but some amazing leaders in this business that, you know, 5 years they were getting followed up with. It was a no for 5 years. You got to hear from Regional Vice President Platinum, Melissa Street, her husband, Jeff, for 5 years was a no. Guys, so put them on your list, okay? Some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting. Next. That fourth one is the key. Someone's waiting. Just like Mr. Provenzano said, you know, we have this moral obligation and we got to share this because we know we have it, right? Other people don't know that we have it, but we need to practice that script, get confident enough to the point where they feel that they may have it. They may have what I need. They may have what I'm looking for. I got to at least get on a call and take a look. Okay, so it's all going to come across through your mindset in terms of mastering that script and making those calls. Now, this right here is I love this diagram. It says the company's the same. The services are the same. You just got to invest in yourself. You're doing it here tonight. You could be anywhere else. You could be already, you know, celebrating for the new year already with your family, but you're here learning how to grow a business going into 2021 and beyond. So the company is always the same. You know, if Pat Mazur, Senior Vice President, Circle of Champion member, was, you know, cutting lawns and selling T-shirts when he got started, and now he's the #1 Senior Vice President, can we agree? He did it with the same services we got. He actually did it with a lot less services when he got started. So we're blessed because we're coming in at, you know, the peak of ACN as we speak. And, you know, so we can do it. He did it. You know, Senior Vice President, Circle of Champion member, #1 in the company, Mike Mazur, his brother, was, he'll tell you, I was a broke car salesman. And he did it, right? We can all do it. So you just got to focus on you. You got to invest in you. What are you reading? Who are you listening to? Who's pouring into your head? I mean, when you get home from work, do you throw the news on, or do you throw on an audio to, you know, self-development type of audio? These are all choices, just like, you know, Mr. Greg Provenzano was saying, that we get to make, and we can start. Yes, the clock's going to tick. It's going to be January 1, and our situation is going to be the same. But you can control your mindset. You can control how you think going forward. And guys, this is an event-based business. Congratulations, you're on the first step. This is the quick start. Now reach out to whoever you're working with, and they may be able to let you know when their kickoff parties are happening. What does that mean? It's just a way for us to get together and help you get that first step of customer qualification done. So reach out to the person you're working with. They'll let you know when they're running theirs. Then the second one is to get customer qualified, which you learned here today. Host a PBZ, host a private business Zoom tomorrow, right? You can put some people in that Zoom tomorrow because you want them to have the ability to get that bonus, because that bonus is going bye-bye. Come January 1st, that bonus will be off the table. Now, if they join all the way up to 11:59 tomorrow, if they join, then you have the ability to get 30 days to accomplish that bonus and trigger as much of that money as you can. Okay. Now, attend a Friday night leadership. We're so blessed. I mean, I just love that the first day of the year is Friday night. I mean, this Friday night leadership, every Friday night leadership is moving. I mean, a couple of them ago, we were just so blown away by the promotions. And even last week, we had 2 regional director promotions and not a dry eye in the place, guys. And that's the type of movement that we need. We need to feel. We need to hear success stories and see people that we can relate to. And you see that on Friday night. But you got to get to executive team leader to get onto this Friday night leadership. And this one's going to be about vision, goal setting, planning for 2021 and beyond. So you do not want to miss that. So do what JT said. Go out pumping as many of your personal services as you can and friends, family. But if you put a lot of people on a Zoom tomorrow, guys, you're going to get some no's. And guess what you can do right there on that Zoom? You can get them for a customer. You can help them on a couple services. And you're growing towards that executive team leader position alongside with the yeses you're going to get and helping them get their first check as well. Then the last one I just want to talk about, we have a virtual national convention. The date's going to be announced here soon enough, but that's the last step. It kind of brings the whole company together. And the last one was just so moving. We get together as a group afterwards and we celebrate the people from the last quarter that had a tremendous amount of success, hit promotions, the top producers in the company and the team as well. So guys, you do not want to skip a step, right? You don't want to stay stuck at one step for a long time. You want to move, if you want to move through the business, you got to make sure you're consistently doing what you see here in front of us. You're helping people get on this Zoom call and you're getting on yourself on nightly. You can see it's Thursdays through Saturday or Saturday through Thursdays. Friday night is our leadership. Get people on the call, get them trained, get them the customer qualified, have a Zoom, get them the Friday night, get to a national convention. Rinse, repeat. That's why I love this business. We don't come with new ideas. You're not going to see a new script next week, right, guys? Like you learn that script, congratulations. You can use it for your entire career. So I'm so excited, like I said, just to be able to share and be on this call with everybody. You know, this right here is why we do this business. You know, this call, the fact that we're able to get a co-founder. Guys, I mean, how many here, let me go to a gallery view so I can get a look here. How many people were in corporate America and maybe never met the owner of the company? By a show of hands, how many people in corporate America had a job, never met the owner of the company? Right. Stick around ACN. You'll meet them all multiple times, over and over and over again. Why this culture they've built is so amazing is because, you know, they're here for us. They're out there leading from the front, which is what you want in a leader. And I love what Senior Vice President Patrick Mazur says is people are seeking mentorship. People are seeking someone that they can follow that can lead them to whatever it is that they want in there for their families and for their lives. And you have that here at ACN. So you got to take advantage of it. You know, an unfair advantage is only unfair if you take advantage of it. If you don't, you had a chance, you just never moved on it. So move on it, guys. Schedule that Zoom for the next 28 hours. I'm done talking because I want to get off the call so you can crush your phones here tonight and make sure you get people in front of this tomorrow. Sign up as many people as you can. Do those follow-ups, guys. When you're calling them, if they're questioning, they're still not certain if they want to do it, bring in your upline, three-way call-in, whoever you're working with. They'll help you have that conversation, and we'll just keep this thing moving, guys. I love the story I saw from Jeff Street here. I think it was earlier today. Yeah. He said the last day of the month where they had a bonus like this was 12 years ago. They had a similar bonus. Going into the last day of the month, his organization had 52 business partners, IBOs, that came in going into the last day. The last day of the month, they put in 50. The last day of the month. So he went from 52 to 102 new representatives joined his team because of a push that we're asking for you to go out and do here. So let's all get after it. Let's push hard. God bless everyone. Happy New Year. Looking forward to everyone having a great new year and great close to the end of the year. Let's not think about what we're doing tomorrow night yet. Let's think about what we're doing tomorrow during the day, tonight, to make sure that we close this business correct. So God bless everybody. Everyone have a great rest of your night. That concludes the call.
Happy New